Yo, Philly! Something massive is brewing at the NovaCare complex, and you won't believe the shifts happening within this roster right now. From a shocking jersey reveal that's turning heads to a starter coming clean about a secret surgery that changed everything, the Birds are making moves that nobody saw coming. We've got exclusive details on a draft prospect visiting South Philly that could redefine our offense. Hit that subscribe button right now so you never miss a single update on our beloved Philadelphia Eagles. Let's fly! Marquise, Hollywood. Brown is officially rocking the big zero for our Birds, and man, the streets of Philly are already buzzing about this look. This kid didn't just come here to play. He came here to make a statement, becoming only the fourth player in franchise history to don that number since the league opened up the floodgates for the single digits. When you see that zero flying down the sidelines at the Link, you know it's about to be a problem for every secondary in the NFC East. This move is all about that swag and speed he brings to an already loaded offensive room, and honestly, seeing a playmaker like this embrace the new era of jersey numbers just feels right for the culture Nick Sirianni is building. It's not just about the aesthetic, though. It's about the identity of a guy who knows he's a threat from anywhere on the turf. The way he's stepping into this role shows he's ready to be a focal point, and the fans are already lining up to get those jerseys pressed. It takes a certain level of confidence to wear the zero, especially in a city that demands excellence every single Sunday, but this standout wideout seems more than ready for the bright lights of Philadelphia. We've seen others try to pull it off, but something about this fit feels different, like it's the spark this passing attack needed to really verticalize the field. You can bet your bottom dollar that Howie Roseman knew exactly what he was doing when he brought this energy into the building. The speed, the route running, and now that iconic number. It's a recipe for some serious highlights that'll have the Link rocking louder than ever before. But while we're all hyped about the new look on the outside of the jersey, what's happening with the guys in the trenches is where the real grit of this team is being tested right now. You won't believe what one of our key starters just revealed about his physical health, and it's going to change how you look at the line of scrimmage for the rest of the year. Yo, if you're hyped to see that number 0 burning defenders, smash that like button and tell me in the comments if Hollywood is going for over 1,000 yards this year.
Ni sensirisably. Tetili.
If Hollywood is going for over 1,000 yards this year. Cam Jurgens recently sat down on a podcast and let the whole world in on a secret that has every Birds fan holding their breath. This absolute unit of a center opened up about undergoing back surgery, a move that clarifies a lot of the questions we had about his durability during the grind of the season. But that wasn't even the wildest part of the conversation, as the Nebraska standout went deep into the absolute physical nightmare that is the tush push. We all love seeing Jalen Hurts surge forward for those easy first downs, but this offensive lineman described the sheer toll it takes on the human body to be at the bottom of that pile, play after play. It's a literal car crash every time they line up in that formation, and hearing him talk about the strain, the pressure, and the recovery process gives you a whole new level of respect for what these guys do for the city. This isn't just football, it's a sacrifice of the body for the sake of the win, and knowing he was battling through back issues while anchoring that line makes him an absolute legend in the making. The surgery was a necessary step to ensure he can keep paving the way for our run game for years to come. But it raises huge questions about how much longer the league will even allow a play that's this punishing on the athletes. He's the heir to the throne, the guy tasked with filling the massive shoes left behind in the middle of that line, and his honesty about the pain and the process is exactly the kind of grit we expect from a Philadelphia athlete. Every time he snaps that ball, he's carrying the weight of the city and the literal weight of an entire defensive front on his spine. It's terrifying to think about the long-term impact, but seeing him attack his rehab with this much focus is exactly why the front office trusts him to lead. However, the search for more weapons never stops in South Philly, and the latest name to visit the facility is a big-bodied receiver who could change the game entirely. What do you think about the tush push? Is it worth the risk to our guys' health? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it, Philly. Chris Bell is officially on the radar in Philadelphia as the front office just locked in a pre-draft visit with the explosive wideout from Louisville. This is the kind of move that shows Howie Roseman is never satisfied with the current depth chart, always looking for that next physical mismatch to exploit on Sundays. This Louisville standout brings a unique blend of size and catch radius that could be the perfect complement to the speed we already have on the perimeter. Bringing him into the facility for a visit means the team is doing their homework on how his skill set translates to the pro level, especially in an offense that loves to spread the ball around. We know the history of this team finding gems in the draft, and this kid has the tape that makes you think he could be the next big thing in the midnight green. He's a red zone threat who isn't afraid to go up and get it, and in a division where every catch matters, having a guy like him could be the difference between a playoff run and a Lombardi trophy. The Eagles are leaving no stone unturned as they evaluate these young talents, and the fact that they are prioritizing another receiver shows they want to make this offense completely unstoppable for Jalen Hurts. Imagine the secondary trying to account for the speed of Hollywood, the route running of Devonta, the power of AJ, and then having to deal with a physical specimen like this prospect coming off the bench. It's a nightmare scenario for every defensive coordinator in the league. The front office is clearly signaling that they aren't done building this roster into a juggernaut. Every visit, every meeting, and every workout is a piece of a much larger puzzle aimed at returning to the Super Bowl. But while the new names are exciting, the reality of how these pieces fit together and the impact on our veterans is where the real story of the season will be written. Let's break down exactly what these moves mean for the future of the franchise. The current state of the Philadelphia Eagles roster is a fascinating study in aggressive evolution and calculated risk-taking. When you look at the combination of Marquise Brown choosing the number 0 and Cam Jurgens coming clean about his back surgery, you see a team that is simultaneously embracing a new identity while managing the physical toll of their dominant play style. Howie Roseman is playing a high-stakes game of chess, balancing the immediate need for explosive playmakers with the long-term health of the offensive line that defines this franchise. The addition of a speedster like the former Cardinals and Ravens receiver is a clear indicator that the coaching staff wants to stretch the field more than ever, creating massive lanes for the run game and intermediate routes. However, the revelation from Jurgens about the tush-push is the real underlying story. It confirms what many analysts feared. The most unstoppable play in football comes at a heavy price. By addressing his back issues now through surgery, the team is banking on him being the long-term anchor, but it also signals that the Eagles might need to diversify their short yardage package to preserve their star center. Then you add the interest in a prospect like Chris Bell, and it becomes obvious that the front office is looking for more than just starters. They are building a rotation of specialists. This isn't just about collecting talent. It's about building a roster that can withstand the attrition of an 18-week season and a deep playoff run. The Eagles are preparing for every scenario, ensuring that whether they need a vertical threat, a physical blocker, or a red zone weapon, they have the personnel to execute. The culture in South Philly is one of relentless pursuit, and these recent developments prove that the front office is not resting on their laurels after a tough finish last year. They are retooling with precision and grit. This is not just another offseason in Philadelphia. This is a total recalibration of what it means to be an Eagle. We are seeing the stars of tomorrow like Cam Jurgens battle through the fire to secure our future, while new arrivals like Hollywood Brown bring a level of swagger that this city thrives on. The potential addition of a guy like Chris Bell shows that the hunger for another championship is driving every single decision made inside the NovaCare complex. We aren't just looking to compete. We are looking to dominate the NFC and bring that trophy back to Broad Street where it belongs. Every move, from the jersey numbers to the surgical recoveries, is a testament to the dedication of this organization to its fans. This team is being built with a specific vision of toughness and explosiveness that should have every other team in the league on high alert. If you believe this is the year we take it all back and solidify ourselves as the kings of the mountain, then you need to be part of this community. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and stay tuned as we track every single update on the road to the Super Bowl. Go Birds!